I'm Kyle,
And I'm Scott.
and this is Crushing Trails and Drinking Ales. Today, we are going to be talking about our April update and then go ahead and look a little bit into May. All right, let's get into it. Scott, what are you drinking on tonight?
So tonight I am drinking a Thirsty Goat from Thirsty Planet right here in Austin, Texas. It's an amber and it is 6.8%. So it can sneak up and get you, but especially since it drinks a lot lighter than 6.8. But tasty beer, and that's what I'm rolling with tonight.
While you're enjoying that, let's go ahead and check out your video for the month of April. Well, hey, Scott, that looked like a nice month of running in April. Why don't you expand on it? Tell us about it.
Big update. As of today, I am no longer on the wait list for Angeles Crest 100. I am officially in the race.
You were going to be there regardless, but to know like about 3 months out that you're actually going to be running it, that's got to be, help mentally.
I was training as I was in regardless. I was pretty sure I was going to get in, but you never really know. So with that in mind, I did actually kick off training at the beginning of April for Angeles Crest and Barkley Fall Classic. But yeah, I mean, not a whole lot really in April. Nothing too exciting. Unfortunately, I'm rolling into the time of year where it's like 1,000% humidity every day. So my runs have been pretty brutal.
Hey, that's going to prepare you for some of those parts for AC 100. I know that it gets pretty warm out there.
Well, I'm okay with warm. The humidity is what sucks. So, I'm not too far from the humidity kind of burning off, and then it's just going to be 1,000 degrees every day instead of 1,000% humidity. I will be quite heat trained for Angeles Crest, so that'll be a good thing. But the only thing I really did was I did do a brewery 5K from Obsidian Brewing in Cedar Park. It was a fundraiser for one of the brewers that unexpectedly passed away, a fundraiser for his family. Other than that, I mean, it's just been training runs, kind of scoping out there's some new trail going in around here. So I've been kind of checking out the new segments of trail. As we ramp up the mileage, the legs are about to start getting tired, but looking forward to it.
Time to put in the work so we can go ahead and get that belt buckle at the end.
Yeah, so that's how my April shaped up. What are you sipping on tonight?
I am enjoying a Santa Monica Beer Works 310 Blonde. It is 4.8% on this bad boy. So nice light beer, local, just over in Santa Monica. So not far from where I'm at here in Playa del Rey.
Awesome. Well, why don't you sip on that while we take a look at what your April looked like? Kyle, that looked like a great month of running in April. Why don't you expand on it a little bit and tell us kind of how things went?
Yeah, April for me, the beginning was a continuation of my lower volume, kind of faster pace running. So the first week or so, pretty uneventful, 3-mile runs, give or take. And then around the 9th, I went to visit my parents in Wisconsin. I did my personal best mile attempt on the track that I used to run on when I went to school. And really the place where I learned to hate running. So I put that together into a little video, and you can find that here. and see my attempt at the personal best. Called it just 4 laps to 4 laps around the track.
Are you going to do it again? Is this something you're going to try to continue to improve on, or is it just this? Was this a one-time thing?
Likely not anytime soon. I've gotten back now into focusing on the longer distances. And of course, being out here in California, I'm able to work on the vert on the legs, something I didn't really have any opportunity to do in Wisconsin. One thing I did have the opportunity to do while I was there was visit Tribute Brewery, which the local favorite there. We like to do our tribute half in the summer, which will possibly be coming up when we're there again in July.
And then how was the rest of the month after you got back from Wisconsin?
From there, it was just all about building up the legs again. So I hit some of my favorite routes. I went to Los Leones over here, which is in the Santa Monica Mountains. I went to the Culver Stairs / Kenneth Hahn area. Just it's super local to me, like 17 minutes away. So just building things back up now. Yeah, so Scott, April was a pretty awesome month, even though it was light. Heading into May, what's that looking like for you?
So May just going to continue the build toward AC 100, and then ultimately after that Barkley Fall Classic as well. But this weekend I'm going to go out and do the 6-hour event at the Spider Mountain Trail Race. It's in right outside of Burnett, about a little over an hour outside of Austin. It's Texas's only lift served mountain bike park. So they have an old ski lift out there that they've repurposed for the park, and so it's essentially just a loop up and down the mountain. We're in Central Texas, so we don't really have mountains, but we do have pretty big hills. So I think on the loop is a little under 4 miles, and it's pretty close to 700 feet of gain per mile. So
how many loops are you hoping to get in the time period?
Good question. I mean, it'd be great if I could get in 7, because that'd be 28 miles. I mean, if I could get in 8 and go over 30 miles, that'd be great, but I just don't know if I have the fitness right now, especially on climbing the hills like that. So we'll see. The cool part about it, the races, is that the 6-hour you get the option of riding the gondola up or down. So if you want to save your legs and not beat them up on a downhill, you can ride the gondola down. Or if you want to not have to climb the hill, you can ride the gondola up and then run back down.
Do you want to ride up or down?
I really don't know. The only thing I've kind of decided is I think I want to try to do it right around sunset. I think it'll be pretty, especially out there in the hill country. It's right by the lake. Sometime around sunset, I'll just make a decision and jump on that thing. So after Spider Mountain, have a little bit of recovery, and then we're hopefully gonna make the week of half marathons happen. So that will both be fun and probably terrible at the same time.
Yeah, that half marathon every day for a week is going to be something.
13 miles, not that bad. 13 miles for a couple days isn't that bad, but 13.1 miles for 7 straight days is probably going to start feeling a little rough. So we'll see how that goes. But end of the month, Memorial Day weekend, making a trip out to Big Bend National Park, get out in the mountains of West Texas. That's pretty much what's coming up. So why don't you tell us a little bit about what you are looking forward to in May?
Building things back up now, a lot more vert and distance on the schedule. I got an email the other day from AC 100 talking about trail work. And since that's how I got into the race, I feel like I still owe it to them. So maybe in May, I'll have the opportunity to go out and help at one of the sections.
The trail work you did previously, does that count for this year's race?
The trail work to get in and also the trail work that's required to run it is all good. So that's set. But I figure if I have any opportunity to get out there and help where I can.
Since I'm now in the race officially, I've got to do my volunteer hours. I haven't given back in a long time, so I'm actually even though it's a requirement, I'm looking forward to it. There's a group that's building a lot of trails in the town just north of us. I can't remember off the top of my head, but it's like 100 miles of trail or something. And I think they're only like 10% done with it. So I'm actually really looking forward to going and pitching in and doing some trail work there.
Well, it's fun when then you're out running it in the future to know that you had an impact on it, and it's there partially because of you.
Awesome. April seemed like it was a great month for both of us, and I think we're both looking forward to ramping up the mileage a little bit more. So we'll see you guys next month. Cheers.
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 Drinking beers, beers.